Hi, welcome to Roy's Game Table. Today we have the Treant in Portal Crawl 1. So pull up a chair and let's see how he does. All right, today I am going to be doing a playthrough of the Treant in Portal Crawl 1. And I've decided to go with him because he is fairly new to the game. He's a new addition to the Season 1 Rerolled, and I haven't played with him a whole lot, so I decided I would pick him today, and I hope that's okay. I want to show you his leaflet, and here it is. If you would like, you can pause the video to read over what the different stats effects and companions do. Okay, and the reason why I wanted you to pause the video and read over that is because I'm going to keep the leaflet off screen so that I want to get the camera as tight onto the Treant and to the minions when they come out, so you can see at least see the different abilities and what you can roll. I try to get in close enough where you can actually read the abilities, but I'm not sure if you're going to be able to. The font may be too small from the distance of the camera, but anyway, the leaflet's off screen so I could tighten in on the Treant and his board. So let's go ahead and get started with the portal crawl. And here he is. This is the one that came out randomly. And he's right here. And as you can see down here on this square, there is a loot. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is come down here. And when you always do what's on here on the tile first. So I get to roll on the loot table, which is right over here. Okay, so here's the loot table, and I'm going to get my loot die. I'll roll that up, and it's going to be a 7. So a 7 on green is plus 2 CP, so very good. So he starts with 4 CP instead of just the normal 2. And by the way, he does also start not only with that CP, but with 35 health, 15 gold, as you can see here. I'll probably keep this off screen most of the time, but he starts with 15 gold, 35 health, 2 salves, which I have on his board, and I've got the 4 cards. All right, let me move the loot table out of the way and fix my board back best I can. All right, let's see what the tile is that he gets. And it is going to be a Everglade stream. Okay, so I gain a loot, so I can I get to roll on the green loot table again, spawn a green enemy, and this minion gains first strike. Okay, well, it lets me roll on the green loot table. So let's put this back over here and do it again so you can see what we're doing. I'll roll on a loot die, and it is a 19. A 19 on green is a common. Then I've got to spawn a green minion, and that green minion will get first strike. Okay, so we have spawned a Schizo Oni, I guess. 0 CP, but he does come in with 11 health. All right, and so we'll give him his 11 health. And let's see, his roll objective is 4 orange. Let's just go ahead and roll. And it's undefendable damage if he gets whites, it's 5 undefendable. If he gets orange, it's 6 undefendable. And on a 6, he steals 4 health. This guy looks nasty. Let's see if he gets it. All right, there's 2. That's what he rolled, so he'll set aside these 2 and roll again. Okay, he gets a 3rd one. 1 more roll, and he gets it. So he gets the 4 yellow that he wants, as you can see there. So he will on, so I roll 1, and then on a white, deal 5 undefendable damage. On an orange, deal 6, and then on red, I steal 4 health. Okay. All right, so white, deal 5 undefendable damage, and I've just got to take it. There's nothing I can do about that. So he's going to go from 35 down to 30, and that's a common enemy doing that. All right, well, that's a rough start, but that's okay. I'll survive, and So we'll go into his turn. He'll get a CP, go up to 5 on that. And I get to draw a card. And I know you can't see my cards. I have a Tippet, a Bye-Bye, Harvest, Tend to, and Cultivate. And 5. Oh, and also in his upkeep phase, I grow a Spirit. So I'm going to get a Seedling. Okay. Let's see. I could spend to grow some more Spirits. And my Tend to, I can upgrade my Tend to. I think I will do that. I'm going to upgrade that. So I'll spend 2 down to 3 CP to upgrade this, and it gives me a little bit more options. I can grow 6 spirits with this one now, and or grow and get a wellspring and stuff from that. All right, so let's go ahead and roll. And and that Oni has 11 health. Okay, I got 4 green, a brown, and an orange. Let's see. So I got a 4, 5, and 6. That's inflict Barbed Vine and deal 7 damage. His defense is he rolls 2 and he's still 1 health per orange. Okay. I have a, like I said though, I have a 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think for now I'll keep the 6, the 4, and the 5. And well, I do have a Tippet that I could use, but I want to save my Tippet for other characters. I'll just re-roll. So I got a 4, 5, and 6. I got 2 more re-rolls. There's a 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll roll again. All right, so I got a 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll just go with that. I think that's my small straight. So inflict Barbed Vine, and as you know, Barbed Vine, if for each additional roll they do on their roll attempt, they'll take 1 damage up to 2 damage. So if they roll 3 times, they take 2 damage, and then I deal 7 damage to the Oni, and so they'll roll 2 for their defense, and it's going to be 2 orange, the worst thing it could have been. So they'll still 2 health. I'm down to 28, and they gain 2 up to 13, but then I deal 7 damage, so down to 6. All right, and we're back over. And let's see, my second main phase. I'm good for now, so I just won't do anything, and I'll end my turn. And now she'll go. All right, there's 1 orange. She'll have to re-roll. All right, there's 2. And then her third time. Okay, she did not, looks like she did not get it. And she don't have a King's Hand token, but she did have 3 rolls, so she's going to have to take 2 damage and remove the Barbed Vine, take 2 damage down to 4. And yeah, that's it. So she fails, and we are back over to the Treant, and I will gain a CP and draw a card. Now you can only have, I have 5 cards right now. You can only have 5 in your hand. So at some point I'm going to have to start spending stuff. But for now, I think I'm good. I am going to grow a seedling into a sapling, I think. I'm going to go ahead and use that sapling to heal 1 and to gain and to draw a card. So, all right. So now I have 6 cards in my hand. And again, that's your hand limit. Okay, let's roll up. My first roll. Well, let's see. That's going to deal 6 damage, and I only need 4. So I could stop there now. But she could steal 2 health. But I think I will stop because 6 is enough. And even if she steals 2 health, I'll still defeat her. So I'll just stop right there. Deal the 6 damage. She will roll her defense. Or the whatever. She does still, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's a she, but that's what I'm calling it. So I go down to 28, up to 5 over here, but then I deal 6 damage, and that's going to defeat the Oni. So we will roll on the loot table. And here it is. And I roll a 9. And so the 9 on green is healed 1. Good, I'll take that. And that's it. Finally done with that one. I will discard the Oni into the discard pile for green over here off camera. And we'll move on to the next spot. Now, well, I am in my second main phase, but, well, I could cultivate and grow 3 spirits. And I think I will do that. I do have cultivate here. I'm going to spend the 3 CP because I'm close to my hand size anyway. So I'm going to spend the 3 CP, go down to 1 to grow 3 spirits. So I'm going to get a seedling for 1, upgrade that to a sapling for 2, and then upgrade that to a dryad for 3. And as you know, the dryad can add 3 damage, or it can stop a negative status effect from coming in. So that was my second main phase, and now we'll move over to the portal. All right, well, I don't think I'm quite ready for a purple. So I'm going to come over here to this one up here at the top, and let's see what we get. It is a Emerald Coast. Okay, so I get 1 CP. That's good because I just spent some, so I'm up to 2. And let's see, it says, remove all status effects from a chosen hero who currently has at least 1 status effect if possible. The salves can't be removed, and the dryad is a companion, not a status effect, so I don't worry about that, but I do have to spawn a green minion. Okay, so I will do that. All right, and we get a goblin enchanter with 10 health. Okay, and he doesn't have first strike, so I'll go. I will do my income phase. I'll gain a CP up to 3, draw a card. I got it so wild. Good, that's changing a die to a wild. I got 6 cards though again. And for my upkeep phase, I'm going to do a sapling, grow a sapling. All right, and my main phase, I don't have anything I want to play, so let's go straight into my rolls. Okay, I got 2 6s. 2 6s and 2, so I could actually grow 6 spirits. But I do have a So Wild. Of course, I don't want to use that this early in the portal crawl. I do have a one more time that lets me roll again. Let's just see if I can get an ultimate. All right, that's 1 roll. 2. All right, well, there's 3 6s. I do have a tippet, so I'm going to hold on to this 5. In case I don't roll a 6, I can use the tippet, and I might just go ahead and do that here. So I got 1 more roll, and it is a 6, so I can get my ultimate. And why not? Okay, I'm going to spend 1 CP to play tippet to increase the die by 1, the value of 1. This 5 up to a 6, so I do get my ultimate. They don't have a King's Hand. He doesn't have a King's Hand token, so I'm going to one-shot kill him because I can gain a Wellspring, and I will do that. And then I grow 5 spirits. So let's see, 1, 2, upgrade this, 3, upgrade this, 4, and 5. All right, 2 saplings, a dryad, and 2 seedlings. Got the Wellspring, grow 5 spirits, and flick Barred Vine, but that won't matter because I'm about to kill him because I'm going to deal 10 damage. And that's, like I said, that's going to do it. So, one shot. I like those kind of turns. And we roll on green. So let's see what. Well, the first encounter wasn't very. It was rough for a green encounter. That one was much easier. So he gets. I roll a 7, and on green that is 2 CP. So I go up to 4. All right. So only 1 loot so far, but that's okay. We're doing pretty good. I think I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I did take quite a beating from that green. I got a long way to go. I'm going to go ahead and use my Wellspring, which is I roll a die, and then I gain half the value as health. So let's see what I roll. And I have to roll. I can't roll the loot die. You know, I have to roll his regular die. And it's half the value rounded up. So that's going to be 2 health. So I'm at 29, back up to 31. And that's going to do it. We'll discard that minion that's into my face, and we'll go back to the portal. Nice. Okay, now we're going to go over to blue. So this blue one has a sab that I get to pick up, and it has a 2 loot. So we're going to get to roll on the loot table. And it's going to be on blue. And I got a 17 on blue is 3 gold. So that is going to go from 15 up to 18. All right. And now let's see what the tile is going to be. It's a pensive bath. So I roll 1. On a 1 to 3, gain parasite. On 4 to 5, heal 4. On 6, heal all heroes 3. And you may re-roll this die for 1 CP per reroll. Okay, so I roll a die. And I can't use my Dryad to keep this from coming in, because a Dryad, if an opponent's attacked, so then this isn't an opponent's attack. So my roll is going to be a 1, which would mean I would take a parasite, but I will spend a CP down to 3, from 4 down to 3 to re-roll that. See if I can get something better. A 1 again. Let's try it one more time. I don't want to spend all my money just to avoid a parasite, which is a negative status effect. And if I get it, I'll tell you what it is. But I'm re-rolling. I'm going to spend another one, and it's a 4. I'll take it. It's heal 4. So good. I'm back up to my 31. I'm back up to my starting health of 35. All right, and I do spawn a blue minion. So let me put this tile back, and I'll spawn the blue minion. All right, and here we have the Arcane Vibra, who he has, or she, I guess, has first strike. They'll get the first move then, just like that one that we had. All right, they wanted 2 white and 3 orange. So let's see, I'll hold off 2 white and the 2 orange. So in just one roll, they've almost got it. There we go. All right, nope, that's not going to do it. One more roll. And they didn't get it. They didn't get the roll objective, but they do have 2 white and 2 orange. So they do hit something, which is 5 damage. Let's see. At the start of your turn, gain a chaos token. I forgot to do that. Let me give them a chaos token. So it says if you have 3 chaos tokens, spend them to heal an amount equal to the damage successfully dealt. Okay. So they're going to deal 5 damage, but I do get to roll my defense, which is 3. So let's see what I get here. All right, I get 2 leaves and a root. So on 2, I can grow a spirit, and I'll grow a seedling. And then I prevent only 1 damage, so I'm going to take 4. So 35 down to 31. And that looks like that's going to be it. So now I'll go into my turn. I'll get my CP up to 3 and draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't get to. Oh yeah, no, I don't get to grow a spirit because I'm at my limit. You can have 3 seedling, 2 sapling spirits, and 1 dryad, and I'm at my limit, so I don't get to grow a spirit. I don't have anything to upgrade. Let's see, I can remove up to 3 spirits and gain 1 CP per spirit. And if at least 2 were removed, up to 2 chosen players gain a wellspring. That would be nice. And it's 0 CP. So I'm going to play this card right here for 0 CP. Remove up to 3 spirits and gain 1 per spirit removed. I'm going to remove all of my seedlings. All right. And then, so I gain 1 per spirit. So I'm going to be up to 6, from 3 to 6. And then if at least 2 were removed and they were up to 2 chosen players gain wellspring. And The nice thing about Wellspring, and not only can I heal from it, but it can also make the Overgrowth attack over here. I don't know if you can see it or read it, but it makes Overgrowth undefendable. And I can get quite a bit of damage on it. He gets 14, so if I can pull that off, maybe I can, maybe not one-shot him, but do a lot of damage. So let's see what happens. I'm going to roll up. And let's see, I got 2 green. And I do want to try to get Overgrowth, I think. So I'll keep those. I'll re-roll this. 2. And then I'll roll again. Oh, there we go. We got 3 green. So I got 2 wood and 3 leaves. So I got it. So it's deal 2 damage. You may remove up to 2 spirits to add 4 damage per spirit removed. So that would be 10. And then I could actually remove my Dryad to do another 3 for 13 undefendable damage. But then I would lose. So, I'll just save it because, you know, he's going to get the roll anyway. And I don't really want to lose my Dryad. But I will remove my 2 saplings to add. So it's going to be 10 damage. And then I'm going to discard my Wellspring to make it undefendable. So 10 undefendable damage. He drops from 14 down to 4. And, oh, I could actually spend Stomp and then add 1 times that damage if at least 3 was added, inflict Barbed Vine. And I would roll 5. But I kind of would like to save something like that up for the level 4 minion, so I will. I'm not going to spend that right now. I could use my Babai to get rid of his Chaos Token. I'm not going to do that either. So I'm just going to end my turn, and it'll go back to the Arcane Vibra. He gets to roll. And one nice thing about fighting a minion with First Strike is I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but probably not. But if you can kill them on their turn, you still get a turn, so you can try to do things like heal up or, you know, grow spirits or whatever. But I don't know that I'm going to be able to kill him here. All right, he wants 2 white, or she, 2 white and orange. So we got a orange and 2 white. I'll re-roll these 2. That's 1, 2, and 3. So 2 white, 2 orange again. I forgot to give him the Chaos Token. But he doesn't have 3, so he doesn't get to spend him to heal amount equal to the damage successfully dealt. All right, so 2 white, 2 orange is 5 damage again. And I do get to roll my defense. So I will. And there's a 6 and 2 wood. So I prevent 1 times the wood and 1 times that. So 3. So I only take 2 damage. Because deal 5, I prevent 3. So 2 damage down to 29. All right. And nothing at the end of their turn. So it is back to me. Okay, 7 CP. And I draw a card. I'm at my max now. I drew a 6-it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And nothing I want to play right now. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. And I can do it again. I could do my Overgrowth again. Oh, I forgot to grow a spirit. I will grow a spirit during my upkeep phase. Sorry about that. I might be forgetting that some, but I am going to grow the spirit. And one of the reasons why I want to remember that, because I am going to take the Overgrowth, and it's 2 damage. I'm going to spend a Seedling to make it 6 damage, which is enough. Now, she does roll 4 defense and still 1 health per orange rolled. So if they roll too many of those, it's possible for them to survive. But that's okay. Of course, I could also get rid of my Dryad and make sure that doesn't happen. I'm not, because I have a helping hand that I can use on the defense roll if I want to. So I'm doing 6 damage right now to the 4. They roll 4 defense dice. All right, let's see what happens. And they do roll 1 orange, but just 1, so they're going to steal health up to 5. I drop down to 28. But as I said, it deals 6 damage. So that is going to be enough to defeat him. All right, so she doesn't ever get a chance to use the chaos tokens she has. Because she's done, I will roll on the blue loot table. Let's see what I get. Roll my die. It's a 3. And on blue, a 3 is a +2 modifier, attack modifier. I'll take it. It'll help me at least in the portal crawl. And I'll discard this blue minion. And then we will go to the portal crawl. All right, let's see where I'm at. It's getting all jacked up because I keep touching it and messing with it on the table. But I need this shard. So I'm just going to come down here to this spot. Let's see what happens. We'll come here. I get my shard to put on the mat. And by the way, salves in this portal crawl, they only heal for 3 + 1 per portal shard. I haven't used one yet, but if I were to use a salve, I only get to heal 4. And bosses, you get to heal 6. Once I get all 3, my salves will heal 6. But I hadn't had to use one yet. All right, let's see what the tile is going to be. And it is going to be a thorn bush. I rolled 1. On a 1 to 2, discard 1 positive status effect, which would be my modifier I just got. 3 and 4, gain Bard Vine. On 5 and 6, I get a gold though. Okay. So let's roll my die here. And it is a 6. So something good happens. I go up to 19. I'll take the good luck. 1 gold. And I will have to draw a minion. A green minion. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got a Lost Swordsman with 11 hit points, no CP, and doesn't have first strike, so I get to go first. And let's see, I do have 6 cards in hand, so I'll go up to 8 on my CP. And then I draw a card, which is samesies. And then I get to grow, in my upkeep phase, I get to grow a spirit, which is going to be a seedling. All right, I've got 7 cards, so if I don't use one, then I'm going to lose. I'm going to have to discard one. I keep that in mind. So let's roll up. Okay, we got a 5. Let's see, 5, 6, 3, 3, and a 1. Well, let's keep the 6 and the 5 and the 3, and I'll roll these 2. See if we can get a straight this time. All right, got another 6 and a 3. One more roll. And I am tempted to try for the ultimate, but I won't. I'll just be happy with trying to get a straight. And I do. So a 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, do I have something? I have too many cards anyway. Let's just do it one more time. So I'll spend a CP to play that. Down to 7. So 8 down to 7. And chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt of up to 5 dice during their offensive roll phase. Let's see if I can get a 2. Nope, I got a 1. And I could use a Soul Wild, but I'm not going to do that. So I'll just take the small straight, which is going to inflict Barbed Vines. And it's going to do 7 damage. Now, I do have a Stomp that I could use. Like I said, I'd like to save that up. And I don't have to discard a card anymore. So I think I'll just leave that there and deal the 7 damage. And so he will roll defense. It's a 3. Gets to roll 3 defense, and he got a white and 2 white and orange, which means deal 1 times white, prevent 1 times orange. So I take 2 damage, down to 26, and he prevents 1 of my 7, so he only takes 6, down to 5. And a pretty decent turn. I probably could have killed him off, but like I said, I want to try to save these good cards for a stronger minion at least. All right, and he does have Barbed Vine, so if he has to roll 3 times, he's going to take 2 damage from that. And it is his roll, and he wants all white dice. He wants to see all white dice. All right, he's got 3 of them right there. So that's 1 and 2 and 3. So he doesn't get it. He is going to end up taking 2 damage. So I'll go ahead and do that so I don't forget. It technically happens when all the damage is dealt, but I'm just going to do it so I don't forget. So he's down to 3. He did get 3 white though, so he's going to deal 5 damage to me, which means I get to roll my defense. And I roll 3 on defense. Oh, I have a +2 modifier I could use, but again, I could save that up. So I'll prevent 2 because of 1 for the wood, 1 for the 6, and the leaf doesn't do anything by itself. I need 2 of them to grow a spirit, so I prevent 2 damage. So I only take 3, down to 23, and that's going to be it. And he doesn't have anything at the end of his phase, so it's back to me. I will get a CP to 8, draw a card, which is double up. It lets me draw 2 cards. Well, I've got a bunch of cards as it is. But let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and spend a CP to draw 2 cards because I would like to try to get some other good cards. I got a Will-O-Wisp and Drink Deep. All right. So, let's see. Will-O-Wisp. I can roll 3 on a wood, deal 1 collateral damage to all opponents. On that, gain a Wellspring, and on that, grow a spirit. Oh, by the way, I didn't grow my spirit to start with. I'm going to grow the seedling to a sapling. I'll go ahead and do this because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 7 cards. I'm going to discard at the end of the turn anyway. It only costs me 1 CP. So I roll 3 dice. And depending on what I get, I can deal some damage. All right. I got 3 leaves. And on a leaf, I gain a Wellspring. Okay, nice. I'll take it. And I'll just go ahead. I actually have a Drink Deep, which is it's an instant, so I can play it whenever I want, and a chosen player can gain Wellspring. So I'll hold on to that, because since I can get Wellspring whenever, I'll go ahead and spend that and roll a die to heal some. And I heal 2. Okay, so I'm back up from 23 to 25. We're good for that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and roll up now. To my offensive roll phase, I need to deal 3 damage. And I've got 2 wood and 2 leaves. Oh, actually, I've got a straight. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, well, let's just keep it. It is possible that he could deal me some damage, but I'm just going to keep it. Inflict Barbed Vine and deal him 7 damage. So he does get to roll his defense. Okay, and he rolls 2 white and a red. So on a deal 1 times white plus 1 times red, so he gets to deal 3 damage back to me. Let's see. I will do a Helping Hand. Helping Hand, select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll. So I'm going to spend 1 for that, down to 5. And I'll just have him re-roll the 6, I guess, just to do less incoming damage, which doesn't. I still take 3 from his counter, down to 22. But I dealt 7 to him, so he's definitely gone. All right, 7. The barbed vine comes off because he doesn't need it. And I roll on the loot table. So he's a green. And I rolled a 1, which is a +1 modifier. Now let me see what the stack limit is for modifiers. The stack limit is 2 on bonus damage. So I'll get the +1 modifier. But I can't get another one, so I gotta keep that in mind. I may want to spend one of those so I don't waste anything. I'll discard the Lost Swordsman. the green ones have given me some trouble. And we'll go back to the portal crawl. All right, I'm coming down here because it's the blue loot. So let me sit up here. I get to roll on the blue loot table. And let's see what I get. Here's the card. Here's my roll. It's a 9. 9 on blue is 2 health. I'll take it. Like to see that. Because if I can save up my salve, I want to save as many salves as I can for the boss fight. That's why I like to see healing. The healing may be nicer to me than even the loot cards, because I'll get loot at the end. All right, let's see what the tile has, and it is a merchant stall. You may pay 2 CP to gain loot. If desired, you may sell cards at this time. Do I really want to roll in the green? I mean, I guess I could. I got 5 CP. I think I'd rather save my CP up for other stuff. I'm not going to do that. So we will spawn a green minion and see what we get. Okay, we spawned a Shadow Cat, and of course, first strike. I've never had this many minions get first strike on me. This happened in this game. The Shadow Cat will go first, looking for all white. So there's 1. And this is going to be 2. And it will be 3. So 4 whites. That's going to deal 5 damage on 3 of a kind, inflict bleed, and it is 3 of a kind. 3 3s there. So I'm going to take a bleed. Actually, I'm going to use my... I know a bleed. I could get rid of a bleed, but I'm going to use my Dryad to keep that negative status effect from coming in. I have modifiers I can use and I can upgrade the seedling into a Dryad if I want. So I'm going to do that, but I take 5 damage, and I do get to roll on my defense, and my defense roll is going to be 2 6s and a wood, so that means prevent 1 times the wood, 1 times 6, so prevent 3. So I take 2 damage, 24 back down to 22. All right, and that's the end of the Shadow Cat turn. Now it's my turn. I gain a CP. I draw a card, which is going to be Splinter 2. Might as well upgrade that because I've already got 6 cards in hand and only cost 1, so I will upgrade that in my main phase from 1 CP down to 5. And so now I can just simply inflict Barbed Vine with that. I don't have to discard a spirit. And I forgot to upgrade. I just talked about it. I keep forgetting to grow a spirit. I'm going to grow the sapling into a Dryad. Okay, let's go ahead and roll. And here we go. Well, I got 4. Well, right there, I've got 4 wood. They do get a defense roll on the white, inflict bleed, which I can always... I can't use the Dryad. If she inflicts the bleed with her defense, I can't use the Dryad because it's only if the opponent's attack would inflict a negative status effect. But I'm not worried about that. I've got 4. That would be 6 damage. She has 9, and I do have these modifiers here, so let's just try to get 7, and I can use a +2 to make it 9 and maybe kill it. In fact, I think I would kill it. So 2, there we go. I'm just going to leave it. I got 5 wood. It's going to inflict Barbed Vine. I'm going to deal 7. Use this modifier to make it 9. 1-shot killing another minion. Happy with that. It does get to roll a die, though. I do have bye-bye, so I can just get rid of it if I need to. On a white, inflict bleed, and that is exactly what happens. I get a bleed. So I'll go ahead and spin the 2 CP down to 3 to get rid of that bleed. And I know that is risky because there is a nasty level 4 minion that puts a lot of status effects. So I just got rid of my bye-bye, but I do have a Dryad that can keep those from coming in. All right, so I deal, what was it, 7, 8, 9. The Shadow Cat only has 9. So that's it. We are going to roll on the loot table. Let's see what we get. And I roll away over there, and I roll a 1. Well, I get a +1 modifier. That's the reason why I wanted to use them, because I would just ended up having wasted that. At least I get 1 back. I gave up a 2 and got a 1, but you know, I got to use the 2, so I'm happy. And we will discard the cat and go back to the portal. Let's see where we're at. Now, I could just come right here and work my way to the purple. I got to get to the purple because I need this portal crawl and I want the salve. But I'm not going to come this way. I'm actually going to take him and go all the way around like this and come to the purple. That's right, I'm going to skip this. And you can do that. Now, if you explore every tile in a portal crawl, you get extra points for exploring every tile. But I'm not real concerned about points. I want to win. I just want to play the game. I want to win. Plus, by skipping a tile, it may make the game go a little, you know, the video won't go quite as long, as I don't have to go against as many minions. So that's what I'm going to do. So when I come over here, I get this shard that I need, and I get this salve. Now I got 4 salves, but this is going to be a purple tile. And we have a thorn bridge. Okay, roll 1. On 1 to 2, discard 3 positive status effects, which would be my 2 modifiers I just got. On 3 to 4, gain Barred Vine and Entangle. On 5 to 6, gain 3 gold. Well, I got lucky. Last time something like this happened. Let's see if I get lucky again. A 3. Nope, I didn't. And I rolled a 3 or 4, so I gained Barbed Vine. So now I have to deal with that. And I gain Entangle. And you know what Barbed Vine does? Entangle means that well, let me just read it. Read it to you. A player afflicted with this token gets 1 fewer roll attempts during their next offensive roll phase. At the conclusion of the roll phase, remove it. So I only get 2 roll attempts anyway with Entangle. And if I take my second one, I'm going to take a damage because of the Barbed Vine. So pretty nasty. And I have to go up against a purple. So let's go over and see what the purple is. All right, I drew a chimera with with 20 health, 4 CP. It's a promo that I got, but it looks nasty. Deals 3 undefendable damage and roll 1, and then he can inflict some status effects. If he fails on an offensive roll, he can roll a die, and if he gets a white, he gets another offensive roll phase. So pretty nasty. And 20 health. So this may be somebody I might use some of my big cards on. We'll see. I do get to go first, though. He doesn't have first strike. So I go up to 4 CP. Oh, I get to grow a spirit. I'll grow a sapling. And then I draw a card, which is going to be Mother Tree. Roll 1 on a 6. Grow 4 spirits. On any other outcome, draw a card. So I'll do it. It's free. So I'm going to spend 0. Roll 1. Need a 6. And I get a 4, so I don't get it. I draw a card, which is going to be Rooted, and it's my best defense. But if I spend it, I won't get. If I spend it right now, I won't be able to use any of my other cards. So I'll upgrade it later, I think. If I had a sapling, I could use a sapling to get a CP and to heal 1, but I don't have a sapling, so we'll just leave it like that for now, and go ahead and go into my roll phase. Let's see what I can do. His defense. He does have a defense, and he can inflict poison. So let's see what I can get here. I get 2 6s. I do have 2 6s. I've got a 6-it, a Samesies, and a So Wild. You know, technically I could use those to get an ultimate, but I'm not going to do that, of course. But I am gonna keep my 6s and try to roll for a ultimate, I think. Let's just see what happens. Oh, there's another 6. Okay. Well, I'll roll for my 3rd time. And I got a 1 and a 4. Okay. Well, obviously that's not anything. I could just use one of them and get the 4 and grow 2 spirits, deal 5 plus 1 times the damage, which plus 1 per spirit, which I would have at that point 1, 2, 3, 4, so it would be 9 damage. Or I could do samesies and six it and get my ultimate. And I think I will. I've got my So Wild still for the level 4 minion. This is a tough minion. This may be the toughest one I fight besides level 4. So I'm going to do a samesy. I'm going to spend 1 on the six it to six it. Change this 4 to a 6. And then I'm going to spend 1 on the samesies to change that 1 to a 6. And the reason why I'm doing this to get the ultimate, again, because he is, 20 health. If I do undefendable damage, he doesn't get the defense roll. If I can knock this Chimera out, he looks, and I do get to roll on the orange loot table. He looks like he may possibly even be tougher than some of the level 4 minions. So I do get it. I get a Wellspring, and then I grow 5 spirits. So let's see, 1, 2, this to a sapling for 3, this to a sapling for 4, and then another seedling for 5. Oh, I had the barbed vine and entangle. All right, everybody, I just went back and checked the video, and after my second roll, I'm only supposed to get 2 rolls because of entangle. And when I finished my second roll, I did have 3 6s, and I had, I think, a 5 and a 3. So, you playing my samesies and the 6-it is fine. It still works out. I just didn't get that third roll. So I was able to do it in 2 rolls. So I spent the 2 CP like I was supposed to. I played the samesies and 6-it. So my ultimate will go off. Now I will take some damage from this barbed vine. I will take a point of damage. I'm going to go ahead and do that so I don't forget. Well, with an ultimate, nothing's supposed to happen. But actually, with a barbed vine, a player afflicted with this token receives 1 damage for each roll attempt beyond the first during their offensive roll phase, up to a maximum of 2. This token is removed, and then damage is applied at the conclusion of the roll phase. With an ultimate, nothing is supposed to happen, But this is one of those things I'm not real sure. If the barbed vine does get removed, I think I take the damage. Even though I'm doing an ultimate, I do think I still take the 1 damage from the barbed vine. I've never had that. I've never seen that happen, but I'm going to do it just to be safe. It's only 1 damage. All right, so my ultimate will go off. Now, let's see. And then I also get to remove the entangled token because it's the end of the phase. So I'm dealing, I grew my spirit. I got my Wellspring, grew the 5 spirits that I was supposed to. And then I deal 10 damage. I'm going to add my 2 modifiers for 12. I could add my Dryad, but I don't want, they inflict status effects. So I'm going to hold on to that. So 12 is good. I'll take it. So I'm going to drop him from 20 down to 8. And so that's a pretty good first roll, considering that it was going to be rough. They don't get the defense roll. I'm pretty happy with that. I still have my drink deep, so I think I will spend this Wellspring to roll and heal up some of 5. So it's going to be 3 damage that I get to heal back from 21 to 24. And so far, I'm liking the Treant. I haven't played him a whole lot, but I do like him. And then let's see, I've got my Rooted cost 3 CP. Oh, I could have used my Stomp to add some damage, but too late now. Like I said, I kind of would like to save that. I'd have to sell something to get my Rooted in, and I don't want to sell anything. So I'm just going to leave it, and it's going to be their offensive roll phase. So they are looking for 3 6s. All right. Nothing there. So that's not going to help them. They'll do it again. Nothing. And they'll do it again. Well, they do get 2, but they need 3, and that's the only thing they can do. So if they fail, they roll a die, and on a white, they begin a new offensive roll phase. And they did roll a white. So they're going to get to roll again, but they can only do this once per turn. So if they don't get the 3 6s this time, they just miss out. And oh, first time they get 3 6s, and I don't have anything I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. So they're going to deal 3 undefendable damage, and they roll 1. And depending on what they roll, I get a status effect, which is going to be a 1 or 2 is inflict burn. No, they're not. I'm going to use my Dryad to keep that from coming in. So I'm going to take 3 undefendable damage, but now I can use my sapling. I am going to use a sapling to heal 1 and gain a CP up to 3. And then I take the 3 undefendable damage, so I am back down to 2. Okay, back down to 22, sorry. Well, considering how bad that could have been, I think it went all right. I was able to keep that burn from coming in, and it's back to me. And in my upkeep phase, I'm going to do my sapling up to a Dryad Spirit, so I can prevent another one if I need to, another status effect. And then in my income phase, I'll go to 4 and draw a card, which is going to be try again. You are a chosen teammate, may re-roll up to 2 dice. Let's see, I would like to be able to play some cards, and I would like to be able to upgrade my defense. So I'll wait on that. Let's just go ahead and roll my defense, or my offensive roll phase. I need to do 8 damage to take him out right here. And I got a 6 and a bunch of leaves. And that isn't really anything. I guess I'll keep the 3 leaves. And I'll roll 2. And I've got a brown and 4 leaves. Okay. And that isn't anything. So I will roll again. Come on, let's see something good. Okay, there we go. 2 wood and 3 leaves, and that's going to be overgrowth. So deal 2 damage plus, and I can remove 2 spirits and add 2 more, which would be 10. And yeah, I think, and I could get a wellspring to make this undefendable so that they can't put a poison on me. And I'm tempted to do that. I think I will. I'll spend. I wanted to save the wellspring, but I'm going to go ahead and spend it because these seem like pretty nasty monsters. I'm going to spend it to get, it's an instant, so a chosen player gains a wellspring. I'm going to discard these 2 seedlings to get 10 damage. And then discard the wellspring to make it undefendable. They have 8, so that's going to be enough to take them out. All right, and I get to roll on the orange loot table. That's the reward. That's nice. Let's come on, get something good here. Let's roll a 20. A 10, which is a rare. A 10 is a rare loot, so I'll draw from the rare pile and stick that underneath. You can't see it, but I've got it over here. Okay, pretty good. I had to spend some cards that I wanted to hold on to, but you know what? It was a tough minion. I did what I had to do, and we are completed with that. So let's go to the portal crawl. Okay, and we'll just keep going this way. There's a salve here, and I'll probably skip this one as well. So let's go to this blue one, and it is a Emerald Island +1 CP. So that's going to give me 4 CP up to 4. And I will be fighting a blue minion, but it says there at the bottom, remove all status effects from the active player. And I don't have any. Again, the Dryad is a companion. The salves are unique, so I don't have to worry about that. And we're going to spawn a blue minion. Okay, we got a Vicious Viper that has 12 health, 2 CP, and he also inflicts poison if he gets 3 white and a red, a 6. But I get to go first, so maybe I can kill him on one shot like I've done before for some of the other ones, but I don't know. He's got quite a bit of health for a one shot. So that's 5 there, and I get to draw a card, which is Better D. Um, yeah, I mean, that would be nice, but I'm gonna sell Better D. I'm just gonna sell it. Oh, I didn't get my, okay, I'm gonna get a seedling for my upkeep phase. I sold Better D to get 6. I do want to put Rooted. I do want to upgrade Rooted, so I'm gonna spend 3 to drop that down to 3. And we are gonna roll up. Let's see what we get. Okay, a bunch of wood. So we got 3, 4, and a 6. 3 wood. And we do have a 6. Okay, I'm gonna keep the 6, the 3, and the 4 for now. And roll these other 2. Okay, we got a 5, so there's a small straight. I'll just keep that and roll this, see if I can get a 2. And I don't. I'm happy with, I'll just keep it. So the small straight here inflicts Barbed Vine on the Viper and deals 7 damage. And he will get to roll a defense. He rolls 4. And if he gets a 6, he inflicts poison, which is nasty. I don't want that to happen. But he doesn't roll any 6s. So he doesn't inflict poison. And he takes 7 damage. So it's going to drop him from 12 to 5. All right. And it will, and second main phase, there's nothing to really do. So I'll go on to his roll phase. He wants 3 white and a 6, which is the red. Okay, there's some white. So he'll roll a second roll. Doesn't get it. He'll roll a third roll, and he does get it. So the Barbed Vine will inflict 2 damage on him to drop him to 3. And unfortunately, nope, he's not going to be putting a poison because I've got my Dryad here. But he does inflict 7. I get to roll my defense. I'll go ahead and discard my Dryad so that I'll be sure to do that for the poison. I get to roll 4 defense this time. And it's upgraded. So he's dealing 7. 2 6s. Gives me a Wellspring. That's why I like that one. Because I can get a Wellspring and heal up or use it for my overgrowth. And then the 2 wood prevent 1 times the wood. So I only take 5 damage. All right, so down to 17. Okay, and he doesn't inflict the poison because I used my Dryad to keep that from happening. So back over to me in my upkeep phase. I'm going to upgrade this to a sapling. I'm going to go ahead and use my Wellspring to heal some. Come on, get a good roll here. 2. So it's only going to heal up 1. It's better than nothing, I guess. So back to 18. And I didn't get my income yet, I don't think. And I didn't draw the card. Nope, I didn't. So triple up. Well, I would like to get my Twice as Wild out. Triple up lets me draw 3 cards. It's an instant. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll spend 2 to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and I did get my Twice as Wild. I got an Overgrowth that I can use to upgrade, and I'm going to play Vegas Baby now. I'll roll 1 and gain half the value as CP. All right, let's do it. 5. So it's going to be 3. It rounds up, so I get 3 CP. Nice. Up to 5. I could upgrade my Overgrowth for 2, and I only got to do 3 damage to him, so I will. I think I will. Let's spend 2 to upgrade my Overgrowth. It gives me another option to grow 3 spirits, and it makes this Overgrowth better. So, all right. So quite a long main phase, but now we're gonna roll, and I just need to do some damage. I only need to do 3. And that's all I need right there. The best he can do is inflict poison. So I'll just leave it. That's going to do 5 damage and inflict Barbed Vine, but I don't really need it. I'm just going to leave that. And he will roll 4 defense. Please don't inflict poison because I don't want poison. And he doesn't. He does not roll any poison. So he does, and so he's going to take 5 damage. He only has 3, and that's going to put him at 0. All right. So far, so good, I think. We'll roll on the blue loot table. And it is a 14. 14 on blue is 2 gold. So that means I'm going to go up to 21. All right, well, let's go to the portal crawl. All right, so we're going to move right over here, and we get another salve. I've got 5 salves now. That's most you can get. And I get 3 more tiles I got to get. I got to come up here and get this portal shard, and then I can go over here. But let's see what this tile does. Reflection. Roll 1 and 2, gain concussion. On 3 and 5, spawn that. On a 6, gain a CP. Okay. So there's a chance I may not have to fight anything here. Let's see what I get. A 2. So I gain concussion. And I don't have a dryad, but I wouldn't get to use the dryad to prevent it anyway. And concussion says player afflicted with this token must skip their income phase and then remove this token. So I won't get my income phase. All right, but I'm done with that tile because I don't spawn anything. So let's go ahead. I will skip my income phase, but that's life. Let's go ahead here to the blue one and see what this one has for us. And it is Catacombs. Draw 3 and then discard them. You may choose to pay 1 per card to put these cards back on top of your deck in any order. All right, well, let's draw 3. Let's see what the 3 is that I draw. Get that out of here for 1. Nature's Grasp for 2. And getting paid. So I can choose to pay 1 per card to put these cards back on top of your deck in any order. I'm going to just go ahead and discard the Nature's Grasp. I definitely want to keep, I'm going to pay 1 for the get out of here. And I might as well pay 1 for this. It'll net me 1. So I can put it back on top in any order. Get out of here is going on top, getting paid will go next. Actually, I'll do it the other way around so that I can get some money back. And I will spend the 2 CP like I'm supposed to. I'm down to 1. And then we will spawn a blue minion and see what we can do there. All right, let's go ahead and spawn the minion. All right, so we got a Dark Panther, and once again, a minion with first strike. So that's just life, I guess. He wants whites, and he gets 4 of them to start with. All right, so that's 1, 2, and 3. So that is, I do have things that can manipulate that. I'm not gonna bother. He's gonna deal 7 damage on 3 of a kind, inflict bleed, but he doesn't have 3 of a kind. That's good. So he will deal 7, and I get to roll 4 for my defense. So let's see what my defense is. 2. So on 2 of those, I get to grow a spirit. I'm gonna grow the sapling into a dryad. And then I prevent 2 for 1 for each one of these because it's 1 times wood. So he deals 7. I prevent 2. I go 5. Man, I'm down to 13. I might have to spend. I don't want to have to spend a salve, but I may have to. All right, it's my turn. And on the upkeep phase, I will grow a spirit, a seedling. And unfortunately, I don't get my income phase. I forgot about that. I skip my income phase and remove the token. So I'll just remove the token. And in my main phase, I could discard a card to sell, but I don't need to do that. Let's just go ahead and roll up. And I don't have enough CP to play any. I got 1 card I can play for this, or 2 cards, but all right. Well, that's 7. And if I play my stomp, I could kill him right here, but I don't want, again, I want to save that up. And I do get to inflict Barb Divine, which means there's a chance, I guess I would kill him. So I'm just going to leave that there. Yeah, I'll just leave that. And deal 7 damage and inflict Barb Divine. So he gets to roll defense. He rolls 1. And on the white, he inflicts bleed, and I can't get rid of this because it's not his attack, so I will have bleed to deal with. But he takes 7 damage. All right, so he's down to 2. Okay. And now, he goes. It's his turn. Now, well, let me just roll. Okay, so 3 white. I mean, and here's the thing. That's his roll objective. If he rolls 2 more times, he's going to kill himself. But my guess is you roll until you either get the 5 white or you don't. And so I guess he rolls 2 more times because he will still get to attack and possibly inflict another bleed because bleed has a stack limit of 2. So I'm going to roll a second time. And that's 4, and I'm going to roll a third. Oops, I'm going to roll a third time. And I will say, when I said oops, I rolled it off, and it was a 2. I'm going to give him the 5 white because it's going to kill him. He's going to die from the barbed vine, but not before. He does not have 3 of a kind, so he won't inflict bleed, but he will deal me 8 damage. So I get to roll my defense. And then 2 of these just lets me grow a spirit. I'm going to grow into a sapling. And then I prevent 1, so I'm going to take 7, which will drop me down to 6. And that's going to be it. Now, on his turn, once per turn, or once per phase, you can use a spirit. And it does say on the back of the leaflet that you can use the sapling defensively to heal and gain a CP. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the sapling to heal 1 to 7 and to gain a CP, which will give me 2. And the panther takes 2 damage because of the barbed vine. He dealt me quite a bit of damage. I mean, he dealt me what? I prevented 1, so he dealt me 7, I think it was. But anyway, he takes the 2 from the barbed vine, and he's dead. I will get to roll on the loot table, but I still get my turn because he had first strike. He went first. So I will still get a roll phase and everything, a complete turn. But first, we're going to roll on the loot table on blue. And let's see what blue is. It is a 6. And 6 on blue is 2 CP. So up to 4. All right. And now it goes to my turn, and I do have a bleed token. So that what that means is I have to roll on a 1 to 4. I get dealt 1 damage. On a 5 or 6, I get to remove it. So, but that is my upkeep phase. But I'll also go ahead and, so I don't forget, do my seedling from upkeep phase. And then let me roll. And I got a 3, so what did I say? I think that means I take a damage. Yeah, 1 to 4, they're dealt 1, and then remove this token if it's a 5 or 6. So, down to 6. All right, well, what I want to do here, well, that was my upkeep. Now let's get my, so I'm going to get my CP and draw. Getting paid, oh, that's right, I forget about that. So it's going to give me 2 more CP, up to 7. And now the goal of this offensive roll phase is to try to get like a wellspring. I really want to either get a large straight. Okay, I wouldn't be able to deal damage, but I get a wellspring. Really what I want to do is either grow some spirits or, get a 10. Grow some spirits or get a wellspring. So I'm looking for 2 white, 2 green, and 2 6. There's a 6, and there's 2 green. That's 1 roll. This will be 2. And roll again. 3. Okay. Well, I do have a try again. I can choose a teammate may re-roll up to 2 dice, give me the same dice twice. So I'm going to spend a CP down to 6. Be able to do that. I'll just roll these 2 again. I'm looking for a 6, and I got it. So 2 green and 2 6. That's going to let me draw a card, which is get that out of here. And a chosen player gains Wellspring, and a chosen opponent is afflicted with Barbed Vine, but I don't have, I mean, he's dead. Let me discard him. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Wellspring to roll and to heal up some, which only 1. So I'm probably going to have to spend a salve so that I don't die. Because I have 1 more blue and 1 more orange person to fight. And that's unfortunate. Oh, I could get that out of here, I guess. Yeah, in my second main phase, I'm going to spend a CP to get that out of here. Remove a status effect from a chosen player. Get rid of this bleed. All right, that's it. Let's go to the portal. And we've got the final shard. And now I can heal 6. I was saying I could heal 6 earlier, I think, but now I can because I've got all 3 of these. And let's see what the blue does. It gives me 2 gold. So I'm going to go up to 23. And as you can see, you get the 2 gold, and then it says active player discards a positive status effect, gain burn. I don't have a positive status effect, but I do have to gain burn. Another negative status effect, and nothing I can do to get rid of it. And I spawn a blue minion. So let's go and see what the blue minion is. All right, and we have a brutish Cyclops, 14 health. So a lot of health, and has a passive that if he fails on his offensive roll, deal 2 damage, undefendable damage. All right, it's my turn. During upkeep, I will grow a seedling into a sapling. And the reason is because with the burn there, I've got to take 2 damage during my upkeep phase. So I'm gonna, well, I hate to do this because I want to keep as many salves as I can, but I really feel like I need to spend 1. I'm going to spend 1 to heal 6 before I even start. That's going to put me up to 13. And then the burn's going to drop me down to 11. But then I'm going to spend a sapling this turn to heal back up to 12 and to gain a CP. So I am at 6. Okay. For my income phase, because I do get 1 this turn, go up to 7. I don't think I've done this yet. I've been doing a lot in upkeep. And then I draw a card, and it's going to be transference. So, you know what? I don't have any other way to get rid of that burn. I'm going to transfer this burn to that Cyclops. So I'm in this main phase, I'm going to spend 2 down to 5 to transfer this burn to them. And now I'm going to roll. So let's see what I can get here. All right, all leaves. So let's see. He does get a defense. So I'll just keep the greens and see if I can go with my overgrowth 2. Which wouldn't be much, actually. Because I don't have any spirit. I don't want to get rid of my dryad just for that. I don't really like that. I'm going to re-roll all 5. Okay, so now I've got some brown and a green. I guess I'll keep these and roll the green. So this is my last roll. Okay, so I'm going to deal 7 and inflict Barbed Vine. And he will get a defense. I won't use Stomp yet. So he will get a defense. He rolls 1. And on the orange, he heals 2. So he does get to heal. He can heal to 16. So he'll up to 16. You can go above your health. I think it's 10 above your health. And then he takes 7. So he's down to 9. All right. So in my second main phase, that I won't, I can't do anything, so we'll go right into his. And he wants, well, to start with, he takes 2 damage because of burn. So he goes down to 7. And then he's going to roll. And he wants whites and red, and that's not a good start because he got 1 white. So the second one, there's a white and 2. And then for the third one, he doesn't get it, so he fails on his offensive roll, which means, and so the Barbed Vine will deal 2 damage to him. So that's going to put him down to 5. And on a failed offensive roll, deal 2 undefendable damage, so I go down to 10. All right, I guess I'll take it. Do I want to do another sab? No, I don't think, because I'm hoping I can kill him right here, so I'll just hold it. I will grow a spirit. In my upkeep phase, income phase, I'm going to go to 6 and draw a card. Downpour, you may grow all existing spirits once each. Which means I would only be able to grow the seedling into a sapling, which wouldn't be too bad. But I'll hold on to that for now. Let's go ahead and roll. Okay, I only actually have to do 3 damage because the burn will kill him at the start of his turn. So let's see. I've got a 3, 4, and 6. And I do have, so I got 2, 3, 4. So I'll hold on to those and re-roll these. Okay, so that's overgrowth. Oh no, it's not. It's a large straight though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna keep that. So I'm gonna deal 8 damage and roll 4. And then there's some things that happen if I do that. I'll roll 4. Let's see. I add 1 times wood, so that's 10. On a leaf, I get a wellspring. And on a 6, I get to grow a spirit. So I'm going to grow the seedling into a sapling. All right. And so I'm going to deal 8. Let's see, 8, 9, 10 damage, which is more than enough. And he does get to roll a defense. And he rolls a white, so he's going to deal 3 undefendable to me, which will drop me down to 7. All right, so I took my damage. He takes 10. It's going to kill him. And so the burn will go back. And let's go ahead and roll on the loot table so I don't forget. I get to roll on blue. So that's good. And it is a 10, and a 10 on blue heals 2. I'll take it. So I'm going to go up to 9. And, or a 10 on blue heals 3. So I go up to 10. Yeah, 10 on the blue loot table heals 3. All right, my turn is still on, though. Let me discard him. I will, I think what I'm going to do is use my wellspring to heal up some more. So hopefully I don't have to use any more salves. So heal 2 because I rolled a 4 up to 12. And then I'll go ahead and use my sapling to heal 1 up to 13 and gain a CP up to 7. All right, let's go over to the portal crawl. Okay, so we're going to move over here to the portal because I've got all of these. So let's go to the boss portal, and as you'll see, I get 2 CP and 3 gold. So my CP is going to go up to 9, from 7 to 9. Okay, and then my gold will go up to 26. All right, and then I spawn an orange minion or a level 4 minion, and it begins with 1 additional King's Hand token. Okay, so let me go and do that. All right, so we got the Umbra, 25 health, 10 CP, and he can go into shadows. On a failed offensive roll, he gains shadow, and if he rolls a red on a 6, or a red on defense, he goes into shadow. So I don't want that to happen. All right, well, it is my turn, and upkeep, I will get a seedling. And I'm going to go up to 10 CP and draw a card. And it is what status effect? Remove all status effects tokens from a chosen player. I'm going to hold on to that so that I can get rid of that shadow if I need to be able to damage him. So, I mean, I have to do it during the main phase, but I'm going to hold on to that. Okay, let's roll up. See what I get here. I saved up my So Wild and Twice as Wild for this guy right here so that I can try to do an ultimate, but that's not a good roll right there. Although I could keep the 4s and go for a 7 and inflict Barred Vine. All right, well, let's take what I get. So that's 1, 2. There we go. I'll leave that. I will inflict the Barbed Vine. So I'm going to deal 7 damage. Now, he doesn't put any status effects on me. So I think I might use my Dryad to go ahead and add 3 to that. Well, no, I can wait. Let's wait and see if he goes into shadows. If he goes into shadows, he'll block everything. So it's going to be 7 damage. And he does get to roll 3 defense. All right. And he does not roll a 6. So he does not get to go into shadows, which I could have turned the shadow off if I needed to with Twice as Wild or So Wild. But he doesn't roll a 6. So my 7 damage will go through. I will use my Dryad to add 3 for 10 damage. And he's got Barbed Vine. And that's not an ultimate, so he doesn't get to use his King Hand. All right, so he's going to go from 25 down to 15. And actually, since I know that he's not going to go into shadows, I'm going to go ahead and do Stomp. So I'm going to spend down to 9 and roll 5. And I'm going to add 1 times the wood. And I add 5 more damage. And I would get to inflict Barbed Vine, but I've already done that. So I get to inflict 5 more damage. So down to 10. So I did 15 points of damage with that one roll. And like I said, he already rolled, didn't get the shadow. So all 15 damage will go in. I think that's a pretty good turn. And now, well, I do have Downpour that I could grow all existing spirits once, but I just have a seedling, so I'll just hold on to that. Okay, so I'm not gonna do anything in my second main phase, so it's gonna go to him, and he wants 4 oranges. Okay, there is 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, he does not, well, he does get it. He doesn't, okay, he doesn't fail. He does not fail, so he won't go into the shadows because he does have 3 orange, which is 3 undefendable damage. I'll take that, which will drop me down to 10. I have no choice. I have to take it. And if in shadows, all attacks deal an additional 4 damage, but it doesn't because he's not in shadows. But he did roll 3 times, so he's going to take 2 from the Barbed Vine. So he's down to 8. So pretty good, doing pretty good, I think. I hope I don't speak too soon, but I'm feeling good about it. So we're back over here. I'm not going to spend a salve. I think I'm all right. So I'm going to upgrade this seedling to a sapling. I'm going to spend that sapling to heal 1 just to be safe. Heal 1 and gain 1 up to 10. And that's just my upkeep phase. Now it's my income phase. Because you grow a spirit during upkeep, and these are instants and companions are, so I get another CP and I draw a card, and it's not this time. A chosen player prevents 6 incoming damage. So that's good. All right, let's roll. And it pretty much doesn't matter here. Well, it does matter. I'd like to do 8 damage. I'd like to, well, even if I get Splinter, I can do 7 and inflict Barbed Vine, and then when his defense roll, I can use So Wild or twice as wild to keep him from going into shadows. All right, or I could do Overgrowth. Uh, so, well, I rolled Overgrowth, which is deal 4 damage, and I can remove up to 2 spirits to add 4, but I don't have any spirits, so I'm not going to keep that. Yeah, no reason to keep that. Let's just keep the wood. So this is my second roll. Same thing. I don't want to deal just 4 damage. But I want to be able to do something. I don't want to miss. I mean, him getting another turn isn't the worst thing in the world. I do have a So Wild and a twice as wild. Let's just roll again. I mean, the most, 50-50 chance of getting at least, I got good chances of getting a wood. And we do. There we go. There we go. So I got 5 wood. I will inflict Barbed Vine. Okay. So that's going to be 7 damage. He has 8. He's going to end up killing himself with the Barbed Vine, it looks like. But he does get to roll defense. So let's roll the defense. And he does not roll a 6. Even if he would have rolled, he would have had to roll 3 6s for him to go in the shadows, because I would have, well, even if he rolled 3 6s, I would have used my twice as wild and my So Wild to turn them all away. So he was going to take the damage anyway. So he's taking 7 damage, down to 1. And then in my second main phase, I'm not going to do anything. I don't think I need to. So he gets to roll. And we got 1. He has 3 orange. 2. So he's going to die. Well, that's it. He doesn't need to roll anymore. He's got it. But he only has 1 health left. And but the Barbed Vine's going to do 1 damage to him. So, and he had, well, I guess he didn't have to roll that second time, but again, I think that's what you do. I mean, his roll objective was 4 orange, and he only rolled 3 on the first turn. So, he would only be dealing 3 undefendable damage, which isn't enough to hurt me. So that's how I'm going to play it. But he does still get to deal 5 undefendable damage. He's not in the shadows. So I'll just play not this time to prevent that damage, just to rub it in kind of to prevent that 6 damage. And then the Barbed Vine came off. It's going to deal the 1 damage because he rolled 2 times. And that's it. So I defeat the Umbra, and I only had to spend 1 salve, but I still get to roll on the loot. And now I want to see, and I do get to roll on the orange. So I will get some loot here, and it is a 1. So I get a common. That's all right. So I got 2 common that are unidentified and a rare. And that's going to do it, because as you can see from the portal, I've made it all the way through. I beat the final boss. So I did it. And I have 4 salves left. I would have liked to have 5, but in some of my other portal crawls, I've had tiles take them away. So I've gone into some boss fights with 4. That's not that bad. Finished with 11 health. I'm pretty happy with how that went. So now, that's it for the portal crawl. I'm going to go into my upgrade. If you want to stay around and watch that, you can. If not, thanks for watching. Please consider to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the notification bell, because I will be doing some more playthroughs of this game and other games. And so if you're leaving, thanks for watching. If you want to stay around to see me upgrade, hang in there, and I'll get to that right now. Okay, so when you get to the shop phase, the first thing you do is you upgrade to the nearest 5. So I'm going to get actually 30 gold. and then this portal crawl, upon victory, as you see there, I get I get to draw 3 green and 1 blue to look at it, and then record a win and advance to the next scenario. So 3 green loot. So 1, 2, 3, and I do get to look at this and a blue. Now these are the unidentified loot. Let me get the store table out here. So here's the store table. I got blues and greens is all I got this time. So if I want to buy one of the blues the blue that I see, it's 15 gold of my 30. If I want a green, it's 10. I can sell one of my unidentified cards for 5, and I can pay for to identify one of these. And if I identify one of these, they go straight in my deck. So that's how it works. So let's look at what I got. I got Helping Hand 2. Select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. I got Dig Deeper. You may re-roll a loot die up to 2 times. This card may be played at the conclusion of a boss battle. And then So Wild 2. Change the value of any one die, which I think So Wild is only a cost of, it usually costs 2. This one costs 1. So the benefit is it's cheaper to play this. Well, oh, and I didn't look at my blue one, I guess. Unstoppable. Your attack becomes undefendable. Yeah, I like that. Now you can have I got a 33 card deck because they come with 32 and I have a promo. You can have up to 50. I'm going to buy this rare to get my attacks undefendable just in case. The only way I can do undefendable attacks right now is on Overgrowth and using a Wellspring. So I'm going to pay 15 to put this in my deck. So that'll go down 15. I'm going to do that for sure. And then I don't think I want the Helping Hand 2 and the Dig Deeper. So I'm going to put those back, and they go at the bottom of the loot deck. I would like the So Wild, and I can't afford it. It would give me 5 gold left, which means, so what I think I might do, I'll probably buy the So Wild and then sell one of my unidentified to identify this rare. And I might sell both of them because if you have gold left over, it helps your score. So I'm going to spend 10 to put this into my deck. So that's going to go down, put this down to 5. And I'm going to have to go through and get my So Wild out because you can't have, like I can't have So Wild and So Wild 2 in my deck. So I'll have to go through and find the basic one to get it out, remove it from my deck permanently for this campaign, and this will go in it. All right, so I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to sell these 2, and you sell them for 5 each, so that's going to be 15. And let's see what I gave up. I gave up Triple Up 2, that's fine, and Codex. Search your deck for any card and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Well, that would have been nice to get a So Wild or twice as wild, but it's too late now. That goes at the bottom of the Commons deck. And then I'm going to spend 10 gold back down to 5 to identify this, and please be worth it. Campfire. Choose 3 heroes to draw 1. May choose the same hero multiple times. I would rather have the other one what was the one that I gave up? The one that can go in and dig for I would rather have that. But instead I get Campfire. So I can spend 2 at any time to choose 3 heroes to draw a card. I mean, I guess that could be good to help dig for something I need, a So Wild or a twice as wild. But as it is, this will go into my deck. And I do have 5 gold left over. So on the score sheet, I'm going to do this on my own, but I'll just show you. I will get 4 starting salves. So when you, all right, you record the remaining salves, which is 4. And this will go up for the next one. It'll go up here, so I'll have 4 salves against the boss, the Fallen Barbarian. And then unspent gold, you get +1 for every 5 your team didn't get. So I get a 1 point because I didn't spend 5 gold. It doesn't carry over. The boss loot doesn't matter. I didn't explore all the tiles, so I won't get that. And then I put my scenario score, which is, I'm playing normal, so I think it's a 20. So I'll score all that. But that's the game. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I'll save you a seat at the table. Bye.